Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown.
This is the whole stream. I'm just going to sit here and stare at you awkwardly. I'm fucking. Listen, rest in peace, Phil. He's sick. He has a cold. Oh, man. I wanted to stream earlier this evening. This computer is fucking... I don't know what's... So first and foremost, I'll actually wait for that news, because that's the bigger news. That's why I'm not... This is not a clickbait title. I got 2 wieners in a row. Thank you for popping my super chat, Cherry, both Turbo Express and Foil Grim Timmy. I appreciate you. The warning was repealed. DSP's hat. Does he have a hat? Oh, yeah. Thank you for becoming a member. So it was repealed. I didn't think it was because I got word back it wasn't going to be repealed. They're like, oh, man, there's a lot of nipples and talking here. And I'm like, really? It's a parody song. Neonotic, thank you for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. This random late stream. I didn't think, but anyway, so we'll get more into the repeal shit in a minute. So I have that LG super wide monitor over here. I got for when I do reactions here and when I do stuff on locale, right? So I wanted to see, because usually I use an Xbox Series X controller to play games on PC. So I was like, I don't have one up here, or the one I have, this one, the Bluetooth transmitter in it is fucked up. Like, if you try to play a game, it comes up with like, it brings you out of the game and like shows like a dashboard if you use it on PC. It's not any of the settings. It's just only this controller does it. So there's another quality Elite controller from fucking Microsoft. So I'm looking to see... Let me try my DualSense. I've never really used the DualSense on PC. I never have, actually. And why did that explode all over my hand? That's what she said. So I'm like, all right, I want to put it on. I have my BenQ monitor here. Has decent speakers. So I'm listening. The fuck? Why is this can, like, overflowing? Anyway. So I go to switch the sound from here to the BenQ monitor. No sound. That's weird. And I tried to do stuff on the computer. The only way I could shut it down is by pressing the button and actually hard shutting it down, which that's always a risk. Okay. Start it up again with it still using I set the settings to the BenQ monitor. Frozen fucking solid. I'll get to the super chats and membership chats in a second. The mouse would not move. It just was stuck. The battery in here is brand new, and this mouse never has a problem transmitting. One thing I could say about this bottom of the barrel shit Best Buy mouse, anyway, the keyboard could get wonky, is that it never disconnects. And especially it has a new battery in it. I just replaced it. Remember it died on stream? I just remembered that now. So you definitely know it just replaced. Turn it on again, freezes solid again. Then I'm like, maybe because I have the third monitor on and it's like, now I can connect the audio to that one if I have it on the LG, the ultra wide. But if I have all 3 of the monitors on and try to get the audio out of the BenQ, it didn't work. So I turn it off and then the BenQ audio is working, but I'm like, all right, let me turn it on now that I have the BenQ audio working. It was like, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This computer is cooked, dude. It's cooked. You hook up certain peripherals, it freezes. It doesn't like having another monitor hooked up. It's over. It's done. It's not theatrics for lolcow tech talk. It's cooked. I'm getting the parts tomorrow. Lauren's picking them up. Thank fuck. It's time. This computer, look, I can't hate on this computer. This computer has been a workhorse for fucking almost a decade. Almost a decade. But it's time. It's time. Fuck. I was just worried. I'm like, no. I want to get a little bit of a stream in here, even if it's a short one. And I need this just limp through like 2 more lolcow tech talks. Please, what is on my... Listen, my diet fucking Mountain Dew came on me. Let's go. Throw this out. For some reason, last night I thought it was a brilliant idea to put a new battery in my Dyson vacuum. It actually works beautifully. I was stupid and used their screwdriver, though, which I think they purposely do it so you'll end up fucking stripping the screw heads, but I didn't. I'm actually pretty decent at screwing. I'm pretty decent at... Where's the bird? Pretty decent at screwing. Pretty decent at screwing.
Shooting ropes.
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No.
Anyway. So I did that at 4 in the morning like an asshole. 4:30 in the morning, actually. That was a smart move. And it's actually nice because the battery's double the capacity of the original battery, and now it lasts for more than 30 seconds. And I was like, before I streamed too, and it was actually earlier, I still thought I could have gotten here on time before I had a nuclear meltdown with my computer. I vacuumed and cleaned downstairs because I've been so busy with other shit this week that my daughter came over and she was just playing with all of her toys, and I'm like, I can't, I'm losing my mind with this place looking like this. I'm losing my mind. So I wanted to get the vacuum done so then today I could pick up all the fucking toys, pick up everything, and vacuum. And it was a success. I even changed, you know what's funny is that I changed the filter on that too. And again, I'll get to the super chats in a second. I didn't forget. And the filter looked clean. It came with filter replacements too. I'm like, the filter's fine. It's no big deal. No, it wasn't fine. It may have looked fine, but it was not fine. I have multiple ones. I know you could wash them, but fuck that for the Dyson vacuum. I put the new filter in, and the air that it filters out comes out of the back, and I'm like, it was like, oh fuck, oh, and it was sucking. So it wasn't I did anything wrong. It was just the clean filter let more air pull through. So not only the battery was dying, but it wasn't. Yes, I played with my cock at 4:30 in the morning. What's up, Sean? The filter was not letting it suck as hard. Too much DSP. What happened? I'm not even talking about Philip. Someone in the chat talking about Philip? Yeah, she is getting better, man. They're working on her eyes. They're going to see what they could do with her sight. But in terms of that, she plays like a normal kid. Her appetite is back. Thank God. All right, we got 2 winners. DSP's hat, thank you for becoming a member. Juicy Booch is always here being juicy. Nenotic, thank you for gifting a membership. Toyota Tacoma Web, thank you for being a member. I appreciate you. My taint is ready to be licked. I am not going to do that. Voila, thank you for the super chat. Have stomach bug, both puke and have runs. Yeah. Yeah, that was... that's the one I didn't pick up. Thank you, fucking God. Evil Nutrition Dickers, play more Silent Hill 2 remake. It's amazing, and I'm totally not biased with my profile pick. Oh, no, not at all. I want to play more of it. I genuinely enjoyed it. It was one of those games. Okay, voice acting is good. You know my take on voice acting. Combat was good. It kind of the atmosphere, like gloomy, dark shit, that's my jam. That's my jam. I'm a boomer. Foil Grim always loves baiting me. Listen, to tell me the oh yeah, no, I did see the tripod at the gym. That's not, you didn't like mess up the story. Yeah, the guy who used to work it was literally the day before 9/11. The guy who used to work at Filings with me, which is now Macy's. He looked like a very short, small Mr. Rogers. He used to have smelly ass breath. And I saw him at the gym, and he was butt ass naked, and his cock was like 70% of his body. Dude, I have the last time Michelle, and I know I picked Cherry X. Let me get to you first. Do your birds peg you at night? Yes, they wanted to peg me last night, actually. So yeah, the guy had a very big cock. He looked like Mr. Rogers, and he almost gave me a mushroom tattoo on my face when he swung around. I was traumatized. Still have PTSD from that to this day. Promised consort Radon is svelting my anus. I'm still on the golden hippopotamus. That's literally the enemy's name. I haven't played it since then. I've been too fucking busy. So God bless you with that one. DJ Jailbreak, Dad, it's my birthday. Happy motherfucking birthday to you, DJ Jailbreak. Thank you being a member for 14 months. And Trey X Cooper, thank you being a member for 42 months. He could have knocked over the towers with, let's not joke about that shit, dude. My dad, I mean, I don't care. I'm not like offended. I'm not going to, but my dad actually, knew people there. Intro guy's uncle passed away in 9/11. I've talked about that before. You set it to your phone ringtone, comic book chat. Rich, the tech talk. I probably should start audio. Why are the alerts not? Oh, shit. I turned the alerts off. That's why. Oops. I'll read it then. Rich, the tech talk song is so bad, it's good. I hate it. Like, I unironically hate it. Like, it's not me trying to like, oh, gee, golly, I hate it. No, I don't like it. Hugo DL, thank you for the butt cheeks with leaves. I appreciate you. No, I did not hear about the Washington, D.C. plane crash. I don't like that song at all, though. Jay got fired and his PC hacked. But Rich, like, I didn't hack, and it looked like, wait, the song Black Sheep, thank you for gifting a membership. I appreciate you. On a lighter note, though, yes, I love that the warning is gone. I didn't expect it to be. Like I said, I heard from YouTube sources that they were like, nah, man, that song was a bridge too far, but men butt fucking each other, so long as you don't see the cock, is fine. Funny you should mention that. Toyota Tacoma wept. I just updated my MPC Live 2 that I have. Haven't really, I'm like, I got to learn this fucking thing. And they finally have, I put MPC the OS's version 3.4.1, which I know a lot of the old heads are like, it's, it doesn't have the workflow alert from the MPC. I'm like, oh, so you like taking 76 extra steps. Like, I get it. Once you're used to something, nah, man, Jamie, that Dyson's dope. I like it. Especially now with that new battery, which is over double the capacity of the original battery, even when it was fresh. Like, it's literally like having like a plug-in vacuum that you don't have to worry about the cord anywhere, and it lasts now for like fucking 40 minutes. So, like Dyson's fans, they're rip-offs. Like, they're the stupidest fucking thing in the world. Their vacuums, though, some of them are a little juicy, little high in price. But, man, lips are fucking dry. I just use chapstick, too. That's a battery. That's not chapstick. But I've had that vacuum. The battery lasted for, like, I can't bitch. I got it back in, what? 21. So. Sideways rain story. Listen. You're a demanding man. I'd rather talk about it on Locale Live because there's a bigger, different audience. Rich tomorrow becoming a handheld household electronics reviewer. But yeah, Sean, that God damn it. That vacuum. I was like, oh. So I was like, I wanted to get the downstairs done so my house didn't turn to Becky's house. Friday, I'm going to clean my bedroom. And then downstairs will be pretty good. Hey, Bird Dad, let me ask you if you have more. I am. Lauren's literally going to Micro Center tomorrow. Gotta set a alarm, getting the kids off the bus. And she's picking up the parts. So I have to, like, this PC is showing the signs of a bad power supply or a power issue on the motherboard. So I'm on borrowed time with this thing. I could now, you know what'll happen is, say I never bought the parts for this build, this thing would last another 2 years. But and again, I can't hate on it. I've had it since the fall of 20. When did Threadripper come out? The original first gen Threadripper. I think that was the fall of 2017. So the fall so that would be 3 years. This fall would be 8 years. And hate to say it, if it wasn't having these issues, it would be okay. Yeah, but it is what it is, man. It's time for new tech. I want to have, like, that little mini forum computer has 2 USB 4 ports. This has, I think, first gen USB-C, you know? I mean, I have in the PCIe slots a USB 3.2 Gen 2 for the capture card I'm using to capture my face right now. But, you know, it's time. An American flight collided with a Black Hawk? How the fuck does that even happen? So, yeah. Time for a new PC. It's okay. Yeah, that's insane. Kino Casino doesn't talk about, because I know about their dirty laundry, man. And then I don't think this is necessarily the reason I don't have that big of a fucking ego. Then I made him look like an idiot with that fruity baboon shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally took something from a shitposting Twitter handle, and I said, oh, look at what my dad said to me. My dad never said.
Comic Book Chat donated $10 through Super Chat. USA is freaking out because they thought that China was at least 5 years away from an AI, but not only did they make one early, but it's better from what I hear, and the tech stocks have plummeted.
Why would they? Dude, they had, like, AI news personalities back in, like, 2018 that they were using to broadcast, like, state news. I think Jay and I did a video on it. I'm not shocked by that at all. I mean, I'm not making it like I'm a political mastermind or anything like that, but I'm like, nah. That's not really that. I thought I read something in passing about that today. Like, no, I'm not shocked by that. I'm not shocked at all by that at all. I've done stories about how advanced they've been. Thank you, Comic Book Chat. Diablo had a 1998 NEC Pentium 166 megahertz, 16 megabytes RAM. I never played the original Diablo. But yeah, I think they've had their fill of me, and I've also know about, like I said, their dirty laundry, and I made them look like fucking idiots by covering a story that I purposely baited them into that was untrue. With minimal effort, too. It's not like I'm some fucking mastermind or anything. I'm just so fucking relieved. But from what I hear, it was Keemstar that told, like, yeah, okay, your warning is removed, but they'll still probably fuck your channel indirectly for Thrim. Like, that's great. The good news is, here's another piece of good news. I'm pretty sure. Michelle's, you're a political mastermind and a master manipulator. Yeah, that's me. I'm also a master PC hacker as well. I think I meant to mention this before, but I got sidetracked. Next week, I will be able to go back to the regular 7:30 time slot. Because thank fuck, because this time doing these random times ain't making me that much money. Because I think we are doing the Mafia Milkers time slot. Like, Keemstar's like experimenting about which time slot will be the best for us. And I was talking to Jay, and Jay was like, yeah, that works for you for your streams, but does it work for, like, no, Jay. And I literally sent him screenshots, like, look at what people are saying. I wish you had Mafia Milkers.
Water. Comic Book Chat donated $10 through Super Chat. It's only a matter of time before the US dollar is not the world reserve currency, and when that happens I don't think people realize how bad that will be for the USA. I'm not trying to he doomer, but...
No, I agree with you. That's something I've been thinking about for a while. Not, like, nervous about. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm just, like, I really think handheld consoles is going to take over. I agree. And not, I don't want to say AI is going to take over, but I think AI, like Meta, the Quest, stuff like that, is definitely going to be a portion. Birdfather, are you a masturbator? Yes. So, gotta move to Norway. Sometimes, man. Sometimes, yeah, pow! Yeah, and that's the thing, too, and I think Keemstar realizes that. Is that not only would it be, okay, yes, I will be able to go back to my normal 7:30 time slot. Thank you, fucking God. Because that's when people expect me to be here. But it's... No one wants to tune in for Tech Talk at midnight. The numbers show it. You know, it's not... And the people who watch us, like, yeah, we fuck around and stuff, but we're not doing the same drama stuff that the other shows are doing. You know what I mean? So, even though people, like the people that are watching the other shows, don't give a fuck about what we're doing. And I think that earlier slot, like I said, people were saying it. I sent screenshots today to Jay. Today. Like, we want it earlier. 4 to 6 would be great. Move the Mafia Milkers. And I think the Mafia Milkers moving, I mean, I genuinely think this, too. So if, like, Glammy Lammy and Psycho Mom, when she's done kissing her own breasts, that's something she literally does, by the way. If you're watching, I think it'll be beneficial to you because you're in the drama lol-cow ecosystem. We're a lol-cow show, but we're not. What's up, dude, mama? So, and that would be beauty. Like, I'm hoping, please let it work. Please let it work. Because if it works, I go from doing there, I go eat dinner and rub one out, and then I'll be here doing live streams. Live, like a man. Masturbulator. You are masturbulator. Spam sound.
I am thoroughly tickled.
There you go. Yeah, it's not the right Ruala 100%. And like, because Jay, I know Black Sheep, thank you for gifting another membership. 5 new members tonight. We will have a Sunday members only stream. Still thinking what it'll be. We'll talk. So that's another thing that's going to happen. Quasi, what's good? I know. And he's like he does sound sick, Phil. He does sound sick, but is he playing it up more to like get guilt memberships and shit? Of course. He's Phil. I know I troll, but I went to China last and they have 90% EVs. Their infrastructure is more advanced and have high speed rail. I know. Now, if only they didn't have a totalitarian communist government, they would be great. They have a social credit score over there. Coming soon to the United States. If you talk bad about the Chinese government, you actually get a lower social credit score, and if it gets bad enough, you can't take trains, you can't take planes, it could hurt you about what employment you could get. Yeah, great country. I know I troll Foil Grim, thank you, but I went, okay, I just answered you, never mind. Rich, play anime titties. Notice me. You were noticed. We did play the anime titties. That was actually very weird and fun. Weird ass game. Gifted memberships are not real memberships. I disagree with that. Rich, you are the best. You have the best live streamer voice on YouTube. I appreciate that. I think Markiplier would disagree. But I appreciate. Thank you for the compliment. Juicy Booch, thank you for being a juicy stealth of a man. Communism never works. I think we're to realize that unfettered capitalism is a big problem too as well. But yes, I agree with you. This buffering, it's not my internet. YouTube, fix this. Yeah, that's a big problem they need to fix too. I'm happy my warning is gone. That royally pissed me off. But they got to fix the technical issues on here. I love how much more RTU I'm getting now. Me too. I just need my fucking time slot back for these live streams. I want to put Hollow 100% into these, 100% into lolcow, and if we get the 4 to 6 slot and it works, I'll be able to put 100% into both. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we go to like 10 to 12 again, because we're not going to do it every day. I'll do like 3 days of lolcow tech, and then here I'll do on the other days, I'll do the 7 to, if we hit the goal, I do till 1:30, which 98% of the time, if not higher, we do. So buying too many video games, is that real? Comic book chat, thank you everybody, by the way. I don't want anyone to feel your streams are a fun place to hang and unwind. Yeah. Dude, I'm like, if this computer crashes and I can't do either of my streams tonight, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. It was dangerously close. Yeah, we're in the late stage capitalism right now. That's it. I'm moving to tremendous communist China. That would be I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not getting the 5090 GECS gaming. I've been watching reviewed. The 5080 is a complete fucking joke. Complete. I've watched multiple reviews. It is not being received well. China isn't like that, but dude, they literally, like, I know for a fact they have a social credit score. You can't talk bad about their government. Part of the reason that COVID became is that the Chinese government wanted the doctors to shut up about it. One of the doctors that was sounding the alarm, they tried to silence him. I would say the only reason why, if you are on a 3000 series card or older, fine. Like, but I'm like in that rig that I'm getting the parts for tomorrow, I'm either going to plop the 4060 or 3090 in there. Either one will be more than enough for streaming. Wings troll channels are really good too. I'm not into Wings troll channels. He doesn't do like DSP, like him pretending to be sick is like he is sick, but he's playing it up. I think, like I said before, is interesting. I don't know. Wings, like, he's not, from a troll perspective, I think he's a funny guy and entertaining that way. But from a trolling perspective, I don't really think he's that funny. Quasi, do you get contributions? Thank you for being a member for over 2 years. From these, I never forget to use them. Well, it just shows that you're a supporter. You get your, you know, your free membership, and I appreciate that equally. Yeah, he's not like old school Wings, is he? Yeah, when I do a normal stream, man, I'll have you call in. I don't give a shit. Like old school Wings where it's like you look here, look, listen, throwing shit. He doesn't do that stuff anymore. Black Sheep, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. You know, like, it's not good eats for the dedicated Wings troll channels. It's not like 2014, 2015 anymore with him, or even 2016 or 17, you know? So, times have changed. Yeah, I mean, you're if you have like a 3080 or newer, you're okay. Like the 2080 Ti in here, maybe there's just something wrong with that too. Who knows? But this computer needs to be retired. You know, I mean, would it still be worth going from a 3080 to a 5080? Sure, but if you're like in a like 4000 series or newer, save your fucking money. Destiny FOMO let me know she's buying 135090s tomorrow. Yeah, Wings is, I think Wings is cool. He's entertaining as a person. Miami Lad, thank you for becoming 7 new members for a semi out of nowhere stream, because luckily, and then on top of it too, I forgot to mention this. Here's another banger. My Ethernet switch.
Ocean water.
Comic Book Chat donated $10 through Super Chat. The credit score is not great in the US either. The banks write debt against the average consumer and screw people's financial future, making it impossible to buy a house or a much anything else.
Oh, I know about that. I know about that. No, we're at like at 450 members. So, yeah, the good news is I'm hoping that the 4 to 6 slots fits. I think that it'll work good for us. I know it would kind of screw with Jay's schedule a little bit, but it's not Jay. It's not like you're doing the show from like 4 to 8. You're doing it from 4 to 6. You may have to shift it a little bit, but you'll still get your time in, and you'll still be able to get to bed early. And the audience wants it. I was looking at the comments. The audience wants us to do the earlier time slot. So Comic Book Chat, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Mystery Man, thank you for the super chat. 7 new members tonight. Let's see if we get to 10 new members tonight. What the hell? Let's see. People call me an e-beggar. I don't e-beg. Even when I have goals, we just naturally hit them. 10 p.m. is too late for you. That's why I'm thinking, and we go before all the, then if everyone, like, then you have Locale, then you have Queens, then you have, I know they're going to hate me, Black Sheep gifting 5 memberships. We have now beyond, we are at what now? 13 new members for the evening. I appreciate you. Then you have Queens, and then you have, oh, that would be, wait, so you would have, let's do that again. So we would be Tech Talk 4 to 6. 6 to 8 is a Locale. 8 to 10 is Queens. Yeah, and they would be 10 to 12, right? Rewind. Then you could have, then the Aussie boys could actually be on from 12 to 2. I think that works, Keem. NJ, I think that works. So I think it makes sense. The audience was saying it in the comments. I purposely went to go look. And yeah. So, hi, Rich. Hi, Andreas. How are you? Dude, I haven't really paid attention to politics. I just, like, my daughter made a mess with her toys like 6 days ago, and I just got around. I just got around to thoroughly clean. Well, I wouldn't say thoroughly, but I vacuumed, picked up all the toys, and now it looks presentable down there. Now that I don't have COVID, I'm going to get the junk people to come out and get the fucking junk out of that exercise room that I have that I want to start using. Keem is fake and scripts everything. Mike sucks too. Well, that's why I'm kind of, I know everyone's going to think that the computer dying. Can you be a mod? No, you can't be a mod. No. She is doing better, Molly. She is doing better. But I vacuumed there last night, and very happy about that. Now I got to do my bedroom. I want to finish. I have a Wi-Fi 7 router, a Netgear one that, again, I got that before I got COVID, and then COVID happened. COVID fucked up like 40 to 50% of my fucking January, man. Because even when I started feeling better, it was like, not that I had a sore throat or anything, but I was like, I couldn't talk because I was stuffed up, and it's kind of an issue if you can't talk. You know what I mean? You can't really stream if you can't communicate with people. I could just stare at you and be a titty streamer. But thank you, Andreas. Yeah, thank you. That's your meme. That's like a foil grid meme Andreas has. He's already a mod, but then he has to be a mod. And then I tell him he can't be a mod. AI music, key music makes you want to tear my ears out. Yes, mostly. I agree. 100% actually, I agree. Mostly is an understatement. What did Lauren say to me now? Like Keem said too, you will get people waiting for Locale Live to come on and watch part of your show waiting for them to start, so it will bring new people as well. How would 4 to 6 do that, though? I just think that's a good time because the kind of audience that wants that kind of content, Lauren, will be either getting off work or off work. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I hope it works and the audience is asking for it, so that's a good sign because I could go right from there, go right on my streams, and nothing gets sacrificed. Shit, if that ends up being a perma slot, I'll stream as much Locale Tech Talk as Keemstar wants me to. Can we get the shirt off? You know what the deal is to get the shirt off, man. You know what the deal is. On Andrew, very good point. The secondary setup I'm doing downstairs, I am going to be using. I'm not sniffing the chair for $2. That will be run from the Mac Mini. Again, that was another thing I was going to do, and then I got COVID. Oh, I'm not hangry. I had my dinner. I'm good with that. My computer almost got fucking fried, though. But the warning is off my... That's a huge fucking thing. Now, like I said, from what Keemstar told me, though, even if they remove a strike or a warning, it still fucks you up a little bit in the algorithm. Not that this channel grows exponentially. I gotta make, like, that video. I've just been so fucking pressed for fucking time. I gotta make that video talking about why ReviewTechUSA, I shut it down. I think people want to know, and I think people who may have been looking for me over there, they'll see a video. Oh yeah, Rich is still alive, and, you know. Hear how almost everybody lost their health insurance and did not. Yeah, because a judge blocked it, right? A judge blocked it. Listen, move the show to Guantanamo Bay per executive order by Trump. It's 50 for no shirt. Jesus Christ. It makes me always sound like a stripper. Like, here's what Trump is. Here's what he is. Then they're trying to change the 22nd Amendment so he could run for a third term.
Technology USA donated $20 through Super Chat. Hey Rich, how are you liking the Mac Mini? Was thinking of getting one.
Technology USA, thank you. I think it's awesome. I think it's, especially for productivity, it's a hell of a lot of computer for an affordable price. The power button where they place it, though, is absolutely retarded. Like, how does that help anybody getting rid of people's insurance? How the fuck does that help anybody? Yeah, but then even if he fucking croaks in 4 years, Sue, then we have his fucking mini-me. Can't think of his fucking, the couch humper. JD Vance finally came to me. You know. Now I got that stupid fucking terrible. Yeah, we ain't getting 68 though, Lauren. That ain't happening. I think 4 to 6 will work. I hope. Can I be a mod for breasts?
Breasts. Breastfeed it. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
I literally have a vertical line of buttons about breasts. Let's do that again.
Breasts. Breastfeed it. Breastfeed it. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
Hear how ballot got thrown out that was in a mill that cost Harris election. Nothing we could do. Wait, hold on. No. I haven't heard anything about it. Is there validity to that? Yo. Come on. Stop, dude. I'll look into it, you know. Not that I don't. Mystery Man.
Ocean water.
Mystery Man donated $49.99 through Super Chat. Shirt off, let's get it done, Rich. Also, can we get a free belch thrown in?
Possibly. If I have one that brews. Listen. So, what song am I going to give you?
This block used to be hot back in the day. This whole area. Early mornings, you'll wake up, bullet shells right.
This is another beat I can't wait to start making beats again.
We got a lot of blocks like this in East New York. This side of the hood is not the projects, but it's still the hood.
No AI here.
New York, New York, New York, New York, New York.
100% powder, extra raw.
I draw first blood, it's over with in that sack. New York, New York, New York, New York.
I fuck around and throw feet and get checked and get checked and get checked.
Kill a motherfucker cause it don't cost.
His hi-hats are a little too. Can't wait to learn the NPC. I have it charging right now. I'll stop. Yes, I made that beat. I made that beat in Koala. Made that beat in Koala. Koala's no joke, man. Now they have a synth in it. I'm going to start learning the new updates on there. Rich, will you troll Phil about the felting poker chip? Will you bring it up if things really pick up? Oh, yeah. I'm crying. Well done, Michelle. All right, you want a fucking philitizer? Let's go. I'm Lauren, if you go there and they have a 5090, which they won't, but if they do, sure, pick one up. It was the video card gods saying
ocean water.
Oh, yes.
Comic Book Chat donated $10 through Super
Sure,
Chat.
Lauren.
Kyle made a video where there is no leader in the Democratic Party right now, and I think it will be interesting to see who steps up also. Yes, Kyle made a video on the voter ballot story.
All right, let's fuck it, man. Let's take a look at it. I whipped out the nips and I'll whip out that stuff. I'm curious. This does not sound good. Lauren, if they have it, that would be interesting for Tech Talk. That would bring in viewers. Rich, got it. Yeah, you're going in the afternoon. The chances are probably in the negatives. I know I need to change the screen. So Comic Book Chat, thank you. We're going to look at it now. If I send you vocals, maybe Manny to the max. My main goal is learning the new OS on the MPC. I never really learned the other one, to be honest with you. I always made beats with other software. React, you were warned. Project 20. Oh, Jesus Christ. Their Democrats are insanely unprepared for Trump blocks that save 25 million people. International law. This is too much. Where is this video, though? What is going on here?
All right, guys, got some big breaking news here for you. I thought I was done with my show for the day. I know you thought the same thing. Turns out, no. I have a show tomorrow, and this can't wait that long. So, Trump basically did an entire federal government spending freeze, and it's affected a number of different programs, ones that are genuinely and sincerely off the table. So the way that it would work normally is the Congress allocates the funding, and then the president has to carry that out. And the idea is Congress has the power of the purse, so the president has to abide by whatever laws passed by Congress. They do have veto power, but if you weren't in there to veto it in the first place when it first got to your desk, then basically the funding is guaranteed and it has to be spent. Trump comes in and says, no, we're not doing that. We're freezing federal spending. So this has even gotten to the point, it's impacted a million different programs. I know Meals on Wheels was frozen. Do you remember some of the...
Yeah, veterans homeless benefits we're talking about. We're talking about Head Start programs. We're talking about addiction services. Like everything you can think of, basically.
Absolute bloodbath. But now it's even gotten to the point where the freezing is impacting all Medicaid spending in the country.
I got you.
Medicaid is healthcare for low-income Americans, and this program gives 72 million Americans healthcare. And now every state has come out and said our Medicaid portals are frozen, and now hospitals and doctors are not getting paid for doing their job. And so it appears like, number one, this is a political play from the Trump administration to try to make the argument in court that actually we don't have to spend the money that Congress allocates that we spend.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do that. But also, they're in a little bit of panic mode. I mean, Trump was playing golf today in Mar-a-Lago, but his team is in a little bit of panic mode because now they're putting out contradictory statements and they're saying, oh no, this shouldn't actually impact Medicaid, but it already did impact Medicaid. So they sort of messed it up and they're trying to put everything back together again, and they're failing miserably.
Yeah, so the original 2-page memo that went out from the Office of Management and Budget said that all federal funding should be frozen that could be implicated by Trump's executive orders, and they listed like DEI and federal aid and the Green New Deal, which isn't even a thing, but they said but not limited to those.
Oh god.
So of course, and they said every agency must comply. So, of course, every agency is like, what? That means everything outside of the one caveat they got is nothing that directly goes to people. So that would be like Social Security and Medicare payments. But Medicaid, much of that funding comes in like block grants to states. So Medicaid would be part of that original order along with everything else that we just said. So that it was done again in this like 2-page, very casual memo with no real guidance. So today everything gets shut off. Caroline Leavitt, who's the new White House press secretary, was asked about this at the White House press conference, really had no answers on anything, was asked specifically about Medicaid and was like, yeah, I'll get back to you on that. So it's completely insane. I mean, it's so malicious. Number one, the pause is indefinite. So, you know, just thinking about like Head Start, for example, right? Critical preschool program, so important for kids. Parents obviously rely on it. I mean, if they don't.
How do you just stop a program cold without any like grace period too? This country is going to implode. Rome is going to fall. I'm telling you.
Don't get funding in the very near term. Teachers aren't going to get paid. They're going to have to close their doors to kids.
I know people that are get paid from the feds and they'll be out of work.
I mean, just you can't even imagine the reverberating impacts. And, you know, Trump ran on a lot of god-awful things that people apparently voted for, but they did not vote for some program of mass austerity. Elon was out there talking about austerity that Trump has never. He's always been the one to, I'll protect Social Security, blah, blah, blah. They didn't know they were signing up for like radical Koch brothers.
There were some special election over the past in deep red where a Democratic candidate won overwhelmingly. Yeah, but if the fucking orange man becomes a dictator, it won't matter. Emery.
And like libertarian, just cruel insanity. And that's exactly what this is. It's like incompetence and cruelty just coming in with a wrecking ball and not caring what the impacts are going to be whatsoever. It's insane. It's totally insane.
This is anarcho-capitalist chaos is what we're looking at right now. And remember, it was just recently Trump also said that he wants to abolish FEMA.
Yeah.
This is like right in league with that kind of ideology.
Yeah.
But the problem here is it's bad in substance, but also they're going about it in a brazenly illegal way. Like you can't just freeze this money, which is already allocated to be spent by Congress.
A small space, Dandy. Thank you for being a member for almost 3. A small group. I'm a member of have been monitoring developments of an American airline seer that collided with a Black Hawk at Ronald Reagan too. I heard about that. Space Dandy.
This is just incredibly illegal. But again, this is the guy that the Supreme Court said, hey man, if it's an official act, you're good.
That's the way to start with.
If it's an official act, you're good. You're protected as long as it's official. So this is what that looks like. This is what that looks like when he feels like there are 0 checks on me whatsoever.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think part of the intent of this is
and that's why he packed the court.
To go through the court system and give him effectively the power of an emperor to destroy.
Yep.
To destroy whatever he wants, however he wants. And, this part was like, this was in Project 2025, their plan and their like bizarro world legal theory that says they don't have to spend this money that, was appropriated by Congress and that they are in fact legally obligated to spend. And so it is a brazen, lawless power grab to see what they can get away with.
And the impacts of this, we're talking about Medicaid now because that's like the biggest thing to talk about in terms of the raw dollar value of how much people are getting screwed, getting their health care ripped away from them. But as you pointed out, there's all these other parts to it that they were intending to say, no, we're done with this. No more Head Start, no more Meals on Wheels, all that stuff.
Disaster funding, all of that is implicated.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so this is a 5-alarm fire now, man. If this
doesn't matter if you trust the guy or not. The information is the information. It's different than a prediction, Michelle.
Doesn't spur Democrats to wake the fuck up and start resisting aggressively, then I don't know what will.
Now, I heard that a judge has blocked this for now. All right, so voter suppression. We'll get to that in a second. All right, let's look at this.
All right, guys. So Greg Palast is a legendary investigative journalist. And so what he's been doing lately, he's been on the beat of trying to figure out, hey, what really went down
this is just
in this
the
last
beginning.
election, right? What really went down in this last election? Because, look, keep it real. Some things just didn't smell right. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of it, but I'll tell you straight up, of Trump's 3 campaigns, 2016, 2020, and 2024, in my estimation, the 2024 campaign was the single worst of all of them. I mean, we're talking about he mimicked fellatio on a microphone on stage a couple days before the election. You remember that? He lied about, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets. He was threatening to deport legal immigrants. He made some joke about like physically assaulting and fighting Kamala Harris. He was talking about Arnold Palmer's cock. The list.
So that states have their payments to the outage, which occurred just after the White.
Of shit that happened. That was just like, okay, this is weird, but I mean that in the worst possible way. It was endless. It was endless.
So a judge has... So this is what the New York Times is saying real quick, and we'll get back to this video. All right, your fucking terms. No, I'm not. Of course, New York Times wants me to pay. Thank you, AP. Federal judge temporarily blocks Trump administration freeze on federal grants and loans. A federal judge on Tuesday temporarily blocked a push from President Donald Trump to pause federal funding while his administration conducts an across-the-board ideological review to uproot progressive initiatives. The order capped the most chaotic day for U.S. government since Trump returned to office. And this is, he just got inaugurated 9 days ago, with uncertainty over crucial financial lifeline causing panic and confusion among states with schools, organizations that rely on trillions of dollars from Washington. U.S. District Judge Lauren L. Alikin blocked the funding freeze only minutes before it was scheduled to take effect. The administrative stay, prompted by a lawsuit brought by nonprofit groups that receive federal, lasts until Monday afternoon. Another court hearing is scheduled that morning to consider the issue. The White House did not immediately comment on the order. This would cause riots. Well, I hope it works, Emory. Biden installed over 100 judges in lower courts to more directly challenge and outright block Project 2012 initiatives between 2023 and the election. Fuck your ad. The White House did not immediately comment on order, which leaves unresolved a potential constitutional clash over control of taxpayer money. Democrats who have struggled to gain a foothold during Trump's second term unleashed on the Republican president, describing his actions as capricious, I think I said that right, and illegal. Administration officials said the decision to halt loans and grants was necessary to ensure the spending complies with Trump's recent blitz of executive orders. Fuck them. The Republican president wants to increase fossil fuel production, remove protections for transgender people, and end diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. Yeah, that sounds like Project 2025 to me, but a vaguely worded memo issued by the Office of Management and Budget, combined with incomplete answers from White House throughout the day, 9 days into his presidency, remember, left lawmakers, public officials, and average Americans struggling to figure out what programs would be affected by the pause. Even temporary interruptions in funding could cause layoffs or delays in public services. This sort of came out of the blue, said Davis Smith, a spokesperson for the Shawnee Mission School District in Kansas, one of the countless districts that receive federal funding. Now they're trying to figure out what it means based on zero information. This is going to be fucking, the U.S. is doomed. I don't know anything else to say. I've tried to be like objective and not like overreacting to this stuff, we're fucking fucked. There's no other way around it. We're screwed. Democrats fumbled their part of having a viable candidate. They fumbled setting up Kamala for success. No one to blame but them. It's also to money in politics. Trump is the symptom, not the cause. If it wasn't Trump, there would have been some other fucking megalomaniac that would have taken advantage of our broken fucking system to do this shit. Period. Jesus Christ, man. Democrats argued, the fucking riled up tough guy Democrats argued that the president had no right to unilaterally stop spending money appropriated by Congress. Just minutes after Ali Khan made her ruling, Democratic Attorney General from 22 states and districts filed their own lawsuit seeking to block and permanently prevent the administration from cutting off federal funding. There is no policy this reckless, dangerous, illegal, and unconstitutional. Enjoy who you voted for. New York Attorney General Letitia, I believe, James said, Ali Khan, who was appointed by President Joe Biden, questioned how much the details of funding freeze had been nailed down as she issued the order. It seems like the federal government currently doesn't actually know the full extent of the programs that are going to be subject to the pause. Jessica Morton, an attorney for the National Council of Nonprofits, which brought the suit, said that the group has tens of thousands of members around the country who could be affected. Our client members have been... let me see where it ends. I'll read here. The attempt to implement a funding pause is a late example of how Trump is harnessing his power over the federal system to advance his conservative goals. Unlike during his first term when Trump and many members of his inner circle were unfamiliar with Washington, this time he's reaching deep into the bureaucracy. Yep, because he learned how to manipulate from the first time. They are pushing the president's agenda from the bottom up, said Paul Light, an expert on the federal government and professor emeritus of public service at the New York University. He also said there are risks in Trump's approach, especially with so many voters relying on Washington. You can't just hassle. You've got to deliver. Fears about interruption in government services were exacerbated as states reported problems with Medicaid funding portal where officials request reimbursement for providing health care to poor residents. Democrats condemned the Trump administration connecting the issue to the funding pause, but Levette said the portal will be back online soon. We're confirmed no payments have been affected. They are still being processed and sent. She said the White House did not provide an explanation for the problem. Fuck them. Fuck the Trump administration. We may be seeing another French Revolution beginning. I'm telling you, if they start doing this shit's going to get violent. It's going to get violent. I've had it with this asshole.
Now, at the same time, Kamala came out of the gates hot. People don't remember that early period where she had a little honeymoon phase there.
Yeah, it was a honeymoon phase, though, Kyle.
She came out hot. They were calling Republicans weird, and it was popping off. They were talking about J.D. Vance having sex with couches, spreading the meme far and wide. They were talking about $6,000 child tax credit, banning price gouging by grocery stores, cracking down on medical.
Delicate Steve, she would have done shit like this. Kamala was a joke, but this wouldn't have happened. Come on. You know that. You know that in your heart of hearts. You could be a fan of Trump, but you know that this wouldn't have happened.
That for a hot minute, they were all in, and it was feeling like, oh, we're on to something here, right? We're on to something. Now, to be fair, as time went by, the Biden people took over the Kamala campaign, and it did get worse as time went by. It wasn't as hot as when it came out of the gates, and they picked Tim Walz and all that great stuff. But then election night happened, and it was seemingly over very quickly. Trump won every swing state. He won the popular vote by 1.4%.
Yeah, Kyle, you're leaving out a lot, though. But then the momentum went away. She was getting buddy-buddy with the Cheneys. She wasn't talking about all the progressive stuff, all the other things she was talking about, like child tax credits, and I'm trying to think what else she was saying about the, regulating the housing market. So all these corporations that are buying houses, and so the prices are people getting price gouged on homes. She was going to do something about. All of a sudden, she stopped talking about all that shit because her donors didn't want her to talk about it anymore. You're going from A to Z, Kyle.
Percentage points. But Greg Palast has been diving into the numbers here, and he's like, okay, let's see what actually went on. Let's go to these states. Let's get some public records, some documents. Let's sort through the paperwork. Let's get to the bottom of this. And what he found, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute colossal bombshell that all of you need to hear, because this drastically changes what your perception should be and what the country's perception should be about where we are right now, because you're seeing it and I'm seeing it. Everybody's cucking themselves to MAGA.
What do you mean the French Revolution, the French Foreign Legion?
Fully or partially, right? They shouldn't be doing that. They should. Okay, watch this. Here we go. Look at this.
Who won or who lost the election?
It's real simple. If not for vote suppression tactics, that's a fancy word for shafting people of color out of their vote, young people out of their vote, Kamala Harris would have won 3,565,000 votes. That's the number of voters that were denied the right to vote because they were purged or they were challenged or they had their provisional ballot thrown out.
3,565,000 votes that were thrown out. Excuse you? Why aren't more people talking about this? Why is this not a much, much, much bigger deal? And by the way, this is the difference, right, between the right and the left. Republicans genuinely and sincerely lose the election in 2020. Wasn't even close. Biden won by what? 3.5 percentage points or something like that? Millions and millions, 7 million votes, whatever it was. It was a lot. Trump, from day one, wrong, I won, I got it.
Yeah, it was voter fraud, all this shit.
But he knows I got it. They're lying. They're cheating. Here's some fake stories that I found that I'll say as if they're real. And all the Republicans, yes, sir, they go right along and they start doing it. Here we have a story, a real investigative journalist giving you some real information about over 3.5 million votes that Kamala got that they threw out. Nobody's even talking about it. It's not going to make it seem.
But what does it matter? Look, I wasn't a fan of Kamala, but this disaster that's happening wouldn't have happened, though. She wouldn't have been the change that we need, but this shit wouldn't have been happening. Like, all right, I get it. Trump is edgy and cool, but that's not what you vote on. That's not what you vote on. I'm sure you're like in your 20s, huge ass, just by your name and stacks, and you don't see the full scope of things because your brains aren't even fully developed yet. Or even if you are in your 30s, your brain still isn't fully developed yet. But who gives a fuck about who looks cool on stage? Who gives a shit? Function over form, not form over function. You want entertainment, go to a comedy show. Don't vote for a fucking president on who's more entertaining, because this is the outcome. Christ. To take down the Bastion, they used FFL cannoneers removing the battalion of the National Guard to stop the French rebellion. U.S. don't got that to happen.
CNN, it's not going to make it to MSNBC, it's not going to make it to any Democratic politicians, nobody in the media is going to talk about, even in new media, where we're supposed to tell you the truth, right? Turns out we got a lot of fake new media around us. Turns out we got a lot of fake independent media. They're new corporate media, and nobody's going to tell you this.
Let me give you some of the numbers. The reason I'm giving you numbers, and I've waited so long to make this report, is that I have to get the numbers from the government agencies, particularly something we call the Elections Assistance Commission. So people don't realize, I used to be a professor of statistics. I was a forensic economist. This is my specialty, the numbers, which I usually did for attorneys general and the U.S. Department of Justice and other government agencies. And so these are calculations I would do, and I have done for federal courts. So we had, are you ready for this? According to the Elections Assistance Commission, the official numbers, we had 4,776,706 voters purged from the voter rolls wrongly. And I'm not making this up. I had the guys from that work with the Microsoft and Amazon go through every single purged name in 2 states, Georgia and Wisconsin.
4.7 million votes were purged wrongly. 4.7 million votes. Guys, we've gone through this. Go if you haven't watched the segment that I did, I believe it was the week after the election or 2 weeks after the election, where we talk about the election rigged conspiracy theories. Go watch that segment right now. And Greg Palast is in that segment too, and he breaks down for you how they purge the votes. how they purge them. Apparently, it's the first time ever a citizen can object to another citizen voting, and then that leads to the vote being pulled, and then you have to fill out a provisional ballot, and the provisional ballot doesn't get counted. Right? He explains all of that. He explains, you guys all know about the
This is, I gotta leave in a couple minutes. This is why I kind of, not only because I'm busy, this is also why I avoid this too, because we're fine. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is 9 days in, and look at the disasters that are already happening. Where the fuck are we gonna be even like 2 years from now? Where are we gonna be?
Ocean water.
Space Dandy 2299 donated $10 through Super Chat.
Yes, I have heard of him.
Have you heard of the channel Dark Matter 2525? Former right grifter who changed his political outlook when the right exhibited the same behaviors that the left did in 2016.
Yes. Yeah, and he became left-wing because he realized they're fucking lunatics. Yep. It's not sustainable. And I'm not saying I want to see it, Sue, but I believe you. More people are going to get clapped. If you think Luigi Mangione is an outlier, let's keep doing shit like this. People are going to get fed the fuck up, man. They're going to. I don't... What do they say? Every empire? Because let's look at it. America's an empire. They last about 250 years. And you know why that is because a superpower starts. They do the right things to make the superpower become a superpower. But then the generations die. And then they go on and people forget history. That's why history repeats itself, because the ancestors that started the empire are no longer there to tell you, don't make the same fucking mistake again. And then you get further and further away, more turmoil, more corruption, and it's about 200 fucking... We're right there. It's about time. Here we are. But, Trump's a great comedian on stage, so that's why a lot of people voted for him. And he's anti-woke. That's not the reason you vote for a fucking president. It's not the fucking reason. Why isn't that showing? Emery, the election of 1920 was very similar to how thank you. But John Henry Walker, thank you for that too, by the way. Space Dandy, also thank you. Thank you for being a member as well. Also you, Emery, thank you for being a member. The election of 1920 was very similar to 2024. By contrast, 1932 was the exact opposite result. Let's hope 2028 will reflect 1932. I'll have to look into that, but it sounds like it's something that I want, and I fucking hope so as well. Trump is going to have an army protecting him when he golfs. He's gonna need it. He's gonna fucking need it. Let me put my man shirt on. Yes, I can. Oh man, that was not fun to watch at all. That's why I just get so pissed off. And it's 9. I can't repeat it enough. 9 days in. 9. Not a couple years and this shit is happening. 9 days. And they're already going fucking nuclear. It's going to be a shit show. I don't want to see it, but there's probably going to be riots. Good luck with what the fuck? Who's wishing death on anybody, you fucking retard? Oh, man. The universal hard truth. Thank you, Troll McTrollington. Create strong. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. I've heard about this before, and it's very true. And weak men create hard times. Let me go piss real quick. Oh, man. And you know what? they also did something by design too. They wanted you to think that if you these younger people that are all like pro-Trump and don't even fucking know why, if you don't vote for Trump, you're, because they know they're very insecure. It was Dark Matter that talked about this. The conservatives played into the insecurities. I know I used to be a young dude at one time of young men. Oh, you're an F slur if you do this, or if you're woke, then you're a pussy, and you're this and you're that, and they played into their insecurities. They played into their fucking insecurities, okay? And they made like, I don't want to be a F slur, I don't want to be a beta, I don't want to be a cock. I'm not voting for that progressive shit. I'm a real man. And they didn't vote on policy. They voted to protect their image, even though no one sees who the fuck they voted for. It's manipulation. You were manipulated. I'll be right back. I gotta piss. What did he say? All right, Stacks, you know what? You can get banned from the stream and go tell everyone how straight you are, because that seems to be all you're worried about. You know, congratulations. You are a true alpha male. Now you could leave my stream and go tell everybody about it. I can't take that shit, man. Oh, I do too. You know what, Rich? Emery Benson, thank you. Troll McTrollington, thank you too. That saying is very true, and here we are. This saying is predictable. Rich, I blame the media. They manipulated disinformation and fed into polling biases because they know that Trump equals article sales. And yeah, and covering him. Because again, it goes into, let me change the screen for a second before I shut this down. Because it goes into what I talked about. He's a spectacle. He's more charismatic on camera than Kamala in spades, and people don't look into their candidates. They just see the, puddle of piss deep image, and they're like, well, at least he could talk. Enjoy. All right, I have to get ready for LolCow Tech Talk. I'll see you guys in about a half an hour. Yeah, it's 9 days in. I know I've said that 75 times, but we're 9 days into this presidency, and look what's already happening. Buckle the fuck up, guys. I will see you soon. 12 new members. Insane support for a very short stream. Love you all. If you live in the States, it's going to be a shit show. There's no other way around it. Stacks, luckily, no one thinks you're gay, dude. You're a very straight alpha male. I hope you sleep better tonight. That everyone knows that. You fucking retard.